Hello everyone, have a pleasant day. This is Dr. Srimati from Dr. Ambedkar Global Law Institute, Tirupati. Today we are going to see internal check as regards cash transactions. So here we have to see that the chances of fraud are numerous in cash transactions in any business organization. So here the renowned system of internal check is suggested as follows. So here, as you know, the cash transactions have the two side, that is the receipts as well as payments. So let us start with the receipt side. So here how the internal check to be for the receipts of cash or checks. The first thing is the receipt of cash must be handled by the separate clerk known as cashier. So here as soon he receives cash is received, he should enter in a rough cash book or the daily notebook. Then here all the mail remittance, that is mail remittance means the transaction which has been done through the NEFT or other modes of mail transactions, okay, should be opened by the cashier in the presence of responsible officials who is not connected with the cashier's office. And then here they have to make some necessary arrangement to minimize the risk of interception of mail between its receipts and operating must be made. That is more important. Then here the next thing is all the checks received should be marked immediately as not negotiable or account payee only. And then if it has not been done by the persons, okay, and then here all the receipts in cash or check must be banked daily. That is whatever they collect daily, it should be deposited in bank immediately. So here this deposit should be done by a separate person who is not responsible of preparing the pay-in slip. That is, the pay-in slip should be prepared by someone else and the deposit should be done by another person. And then the bank reconciliation statement should be prepared by the cashier to reconcile the bank and cash balance. As you know, the bank reconciliation statement is prepared by the cashier frequently in order to know the balances of cash in the cash book as well as cash book bank column as well as the amount which has been in the bank. So here that is more important. Then the cash clerk should not have any control over the ledgers or other funds or securities or negotiable instruments or credit notes and cash payments, etc. He is responsible only for receiving the cash. And then all the receipts should be acknowledged by the means of a printed receipt. Okay, so whenever the cash is received, it should be acknowledged by issuing a printed receipt. So here the counterfoils of all the receipts should be properly maintained and the unused receipt book should be kept under a lock and key. That is to be kept safe side. Then all the debtors and our customers are to be requested to make payment by check, that is crossed checks, and they should be advised to collect proper receipts from the head office. And then a proper system of recording the cash sales should be in operation under a proper control and supervision of a senior officer. Then the next procedure is the automatic bills or cash registers are useful for checking the receipts. So if possible and if it is required, then the organization may keep these automatic bills. And then some bills or cash registers are so designed that the receipt is issued only when the money is deposited in the bill. And then this is the usual device to minimize the chances of misappropriation of cash. And the next thing is the castings of cash book should be independently checked, and there should be a proper arrangement to be made for dealing with recording and investigating any cash shortages or surpluses. So these are the things which is to be done at the time for receipt side. And on payment side, So here this is to be done by the another separate clerk. So all the payment should be made by check. That is it should be payable to order, or it should be in a crossed check. So here the arrangement for a prompt dispatch of signed check and precautions against interception should be made. And then the petty cash payment should be handled by the petty cashier. The petty cash, you know, the expenditures of small amount. Okay, so that is to be handled by a separate cashier. Then the records of petty cash payment should be made in the petty cash book and maintained by the maintained on impressed system of accounting. That is a system of accounting which has been maintained by the petty cashier. Then all the payments made under vouchers or other relevant correspondence should be checked immediately, and then the arrangements to ensure that the vouchers supporting payments cannot be presented for payment and must be made twice. Okay, the voucher itself is not a payment bill. So here it should be noticed separately. The vouchers is not to be paid, only the bills to be paid, so that it can avoid the payment of twice. Then the names, numbers and the status of persons authorized to sign checks and limitation as to their authority must be decided well in advance, and it should be noted in a separate register. Then all the checks and bills should be thoroughly scrutinized and signed by proper authority. So here the safeguards have to be adopted if check is signed mechanically or carry a printed signature, so that safeguard should be maintained, otherwise it can be misused or it can be misappropriated easily. Then confirmation of accounts with creditors should be made to maintain up-to-date records. Then all vouchers should be serially filed. And finally, the bank reconciliation should be prepared frequently, and a proper system must be adopted for controlling the supply and issue of checks for use and for their safekeeping. So these are the things should be adopted for internal check of cash transaction. If all this which is required are properly adopted in an organization, then there is a chances of minimizing the frauds and misappropriation of cash and funds. So until the next, it's bye from Srimati. Thank you.